Alright, let's give this guy another shot here. Computer Impossible, 2 games. And I don't really get to see e4 played by the computer so often. I'm gonna go for the French. Try and get a closed position. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with bishop e7. I want to get in d5. I've played the black side against the computer out of this French defense many times, and sometimes it castles queenside and could get rolled right over, believe it or not. Let's see if it makes that poor decision. Alright, so phase 1, or at least a step in the direction. Positions closed in the center. And now that's very awkward. Queen here, huh? What's the story with that? So, I'm going to try to play 2 games against this beast. I'm thinking just c5, and then I'm already threatening d4. Not quite sure what the problem is with that. There's always some tricky stuff with knight takes pawn and then some pawn push, but I don't believe that's working. And I don't know that I want to commit myself to kingside castle. If c4 knight here, is that going to be a pain? Sometimes does stuff like that. It makes it difficult to get that pawn back. I'm going to go with c5. Yeah, that's a lot of queen moves. e2, e3, f4. Okay. Well, I'd better just get developed. Put pressure on this guy, who's not easily defended. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 queen moves. Okay. Well, what do we do here? I'm gonna castle. Bishop h6 one day could happen, and that's maybe being lined up right now. So do I play king h8 or do I ignore it and play f6? Try and open up the position. I do have a lead in development. Could also think about putting pressure on this pawn. The queen, the most natural defender of c2, has clearly gone astray, so knight b4 ideas spring to mind. But I might want to just invest one move with king to h8. And then maybe do this one move later. This is very awkward. d3, I could definitely anticipate bishop to e2 happening. I'm just going to go with king h8, invest one move. I certainly can do that with all the different moves by the white queen. So I think white is really getting ready to queenside castle, and I don't believe that's the correct way to go, but alright. Well, I'm going to try and prepare not only stop knight here to here, but I want to get these guys going. If I played knight b4, rook there was available. Alright, let's set this guy in motion. Bishop b7, maybe I give him a kick. Okay, we're castled on the same side. Do I really have a better spot for my bishop than b7? Probably not. Let's get there. And alright, you stopped my pawn push idea. What I really would have liked to have had happen is knight to b6 and then b4 to stop knight a4. Alright, well, what's the other pawn break in the position? Probably only f6. That really weakens this e6 pawn. Okay. Knight here, knight takes, pawn takes. And then the knight has to go where? Not quite sure. Maybe I could set that up. Let's get my rook here, and then this move is maybe threatened. Okay, if I go here now, he can't be taken, because if pawn takes, then I win on c2. I'm lacking some space, so I'm probably a bit welcome to some exchanges. Let's do this. Oh, alright. What about just capture? Knight f5, the queen moves out of the way. I'm probably running into g4, as weakening as that is. Computer has no fear. I think I'm okay with exchanging my queen knight for their king knight. He's kind of not going to be doing anything exciting, is he? We'll see about that. Okay. Now, immediately I tend to focus on this square here, with some possible sacrifices, I do have enough support for. Again, I'm always looking for this capture here, and then if I'm ever recapturing this e6 idea, but I don't think it's there. So I'd really like to maybe, how about I get another knight here? Yeah, I think I have time to do that. And I don't know that I want to push my pawns. I think I'm, okay, well maybe now I do. Since a question is being thrown to my pawn, and I don't want the A file to open up. I'm under a minute. Okay. Maybe I should first develop my queen. Is bishop here going to be played? No, let's get my knight here. 41 seconds. Plenty of time. Okay. Queen d7? I guess. Queen d7. Yeah, what's the big plan here? I really don't know. This knight, knight g3 to h5. That could be annoying. 20 seconds. How about... Alright, I'm setting up f6 eventually. I don't have a good feeling about this. Let's do this. Back my bishop up, and then get my knight into this square. I like a light square bishop exchange. I really do. And now I'm going to plant my knight right here in the center, and I'll have... Ooh. Alright, this is what I was going to say. I really like my knight, but I'm going to take this guy out. Oh, I'm going to get hit with a fork. A bishop here is strong. Oh, okay. Well, let me go here. Wow, not a lot of time. Back up my bishop. Let's get here. F6 and then pawn push. Let's just seal this up. 7 seconds? Are they trying to beat me on time? I'm going to win this pawn. I love winning pawns. Yeah, I got exactly what I would want. This is beautiful. Closed position. Can I convert it? Let's just trade. Guard some light squares. Get my queen here. Watch out for any tactics. I just want to get my queen here. Queen trade, please. 7 seconds. I better not lose on time. Rook here. Pawn push. That weakens this. Knight here. How am I doing on time? Oh no. I really didn't want to have to do this, but I want to stop f4. It's very weakening. Yes, it is. Oh no. King here. Something's happening here. Oh my goodness. 3.3. Pawn push. Come over here. An accident's going to happen. I could feel it. Oh my goodness. Exactly what I didn't want to have happen. Oh, I'm down on time. Oh man. I'm speechless. Okay. Yeah, it opened up. I didn't have time. Yeah, you know what that means. I'll have to play a different time control, right? No! I love 5-2, even if it's me running short on time. Ah, man, I was up that pawn. Why did it have to open up? All I wanted was a queen trade. That's all I needed, and it would have been smooth sailing. Yeah, right. Okay, well, who cares about that game, right? We're on to this one, the last one. And I'm comfortable again. I love these positions. Get rid of the dark square bishop. Bad bishop versus good bishop exchange. Ah, man. I guess I'm having still difficulty shaking that game off. Okay. What about capture? Refocus here. You got plenty of time. Okay. You're going to do a takes, and then e5. Is that what you're lining up? Let's take this guy out. Let's see how you recapture before I make a decision with my c4 pawn. Okay, fine. Fine. Now what about just capture? Yeah, let's clarify the center. I'm opening up this door for the bishop, but I don't want to have to deal with e5. I want to try and play one day against this guy. Where's my bishop belong? Probably here. Bishop e2. Just to sidestep any pin. Okay, he's going there anyway. Yes, it is a he. Can never shake that off. Computers are all he's. Okay, h3. Knight a4 to c5. Which knight is going to blink first is the big question. He moves? Maybe I move my knight. He moves? Maybe I move my king knight. Okay, they're both... These knights are counterparts. f3, c6, c3, f6. What do I do? h3, a3 to keep out a knight or a queen from going here. That's not too annoying. I'm not quite sure. What type of exchanges would I welcome here? I really don't want to have the light square bishops being exchanged, but that's likely going to happen. Let's give him a kick. Let's see what black's going to do. Probably just back up. No! Ooh, I like that. Okay, I have pressure here. Where does my queen belong? What about here? Now that this square is covered a bit with my bishop, maybe I could go in for this move. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Knight a4 to c5. Yeah, it's dancing back and forth. That's the big old plan, isn't it? Knight c5. Yeah, I really like my position. I like my last game's position too. Okay, this is a good square for a knight. Yeah, I don't think black knows what he's doing. Like, I could fire away at this knight. Double up, triple up. It's not going to be easy. Let's go here. I am prepared to give up my bishop for the knight if he goes here. And now my plan was rook c2 and just double up on the c file. Let's see. No. Right here. Yeah, I think that's okay. I want to get out of the way of this move, so he needs to be taken. Now pawn takes. I expected that. I'm going to gain a tempo against the rook. And then I'm going to do what? Oh, man. There's this being set up. Because of the pressure on my knight, knight takes pawn is being threatened right now. Sneakiness. G3? Or just remove the knight? There might be a reason to keep my knight on f4, because if I move him, knight b4 to d3, from f4 he's guarding this, so... Should I go with the g3? g3, he's just going to get kicked. I'm going to go here. Maybe I could play to c1 to watch over these squares. Yeah, I think I should probably do that. Maybe immediately. Let's see. First, kick the knight. See where he wants to go. If he goes here, I'm going to challenge him immediately. Let's give him a kick. Is he going to go here or here? Okay, now I'm going to just back up. How are we doing on the clock? Let's just go here. I want to challenge that knight soon. Very, very soon. G2 is hit. Let's get rid of that knight before I get killed. Knight takes, I take my queen to get out of this pin. Okay, I got pressure on c7. I love that move. What's better than doubled major pieces, tripled? Okay, where does my king belong? H1 or F1? If I go to F1, the queen's going to sneak back over and try and get here. What about king H2? Just running into a check. I want a queen trade. As usual. King F1 or king H1? Let's just go here. I'm running into check land. After a check, I'll go to H1. Okay, what's the queen lining up? Oh, man. What about queen here? Hitting the pawn and maybe even looking to return. How do I make progress? Queen here? I think I need my queen. I'm going to drop my queen back. Defend here, and yeah, you got nothing. You really have nothing. Let's try this. Break with b5, I guess. Rook here, maybe? I'm going to try this. I could transfer my other pieces over here. I want to target that pawn. No, don't drop your queen like that. I would have screamed. I definitely would have screamed right there. Okay, let's grab a pawn. Gotta get that guy back. Some trades, please. Not quite sure why I did that last move. Okay, now I'm going to do this and get here or here. We'll see. King here? How are we looking on the clock? Yeah, fiend-kettled queen. Watch out for that. 6 seconds? Not quite sure what that last move was doing. How about queen f1? Still watching over h3. There's ideas of maybe that. They're just floundering. What about queen b5? That seems super active. Yes, now I have more safety over here for my king. Throwing a check. Queen trade? Get my king over? 10 seconds. Plenty of time. Ooh. I just want to trade just a little bit. Pawn push? No. What would that even be doing? Position's opening up just like the last game. I'm having flashbacks. Having flashbacks. Oh, I'm going to get it checked. Pawn push, f3. Oh my goodness, my second rank is exposed. I hate that. Oh, rook here is going to kill me. Again. Oh, man, I'm done. Man. I really liked both games, the positions I had. That happens too often, though, doesn't it? Oh, man. What can you do? Well, I'm not going to play it anymore. I have to go back to the drawing board, basically. Not sure what to say. I really like this position. As soon as I saw g6, I was really excited to see g6, but how could I have gotten a trade in there? I just wanted one pair of rooks off. Man, couldn't I have just managed one trade? Well, yeah, you bum. What about rook to a2 right here? That would welcome a trade. Yeah, I was fixated on trying to get back over here. C-file. I should have done this. Yeah, if I did this, rook takes, just as a hypothetical, rook takes, queen takes. If rook here, well, I don't know about this. I don't know that I want both rooks. Oops. I don't know that I would want both rooks off. This is a problem. Yeah, I just want one pair of rooks off, not two. And then try and weasel in somehow. You know what? Oh, another thing I could have done. Come to think of it, now that g5 move was played, instead of king g2, probably just h4. Make that a little bit more difficult to get in. And who knows, maybe even the computer would play h5, which means that the position won't open up or expose my king. I could definitely see it do moves like that, but what can you do? As soon as that break happened and my second rank was exposed, I couldn't do anything. Oh well. Well, I'll give it a shot maybe for another time, but that's all for right now. These are the only 2 games I'm going to play. And as always, I hope you got something out of it. Take care. Bye.